Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I think I got some of the technicals worked out. Things just keep spazzing out. They just keep spazzing out on me every time I try and stream. And it's the software. It's Streamlabs. There's something broken every single time that I try and stream. So I know it's Friday night. Everybody's got stuff going on, doing things. I myself should be somewhere else right now. It started raining, so we wasn't going to drive 3 hours with the top down and the cloud cover and the rain that was coming in. What's up, Charles? How you doing, bruh? So definitely wasn't going to run the risk of that. Might run down tomorrow for do some Jeep in the Coast tomorrow for a couple hours and get it over with and come back. But as of tonight, not going. Not right now. It started raining on me. But just going to recap some of the markets, some of the crazy stuff going on, some thoughts on the old Bitcoins. Figure out where it's going. We'll start with Bitcoin. It's my favorite. So we've had a high, a low, a higher high, and a lower low. I kind of feel like we're in some kind of channel, and I drew out kind of where I think we're going with this. That consolidation right there for a few months gave me some anchor points to pull a trend line. And this is where I really think we're going to end up. We've hit it once, and we may not go all the way down to test it, but that candle right there tells me what's going on, man. How you doing? Glad you're here. But that candle right there tells me, them bears, they pushed us down. Just, if we can hang on till Sunday night around 6 o'clock, we'll close green. I don't care if it's a little green. It's better than how many weeks? 8, 9 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 weeks of red. I don't think that's been done in Bitcoin's history before. I really don't. So this is kind of where I see us, but this is going to take weeks. This is the weekly chart. It's the log scale. It's going to take weeks to play out. This right here could be mid-July, which would make sense. Get another lower high, but then we start building higher highs, come back and test that area as support. And then we start getting that rounding bottom formation that we're always looking for. So this could take months and months to play out, and that's fine. Patience always wins in this game. It's different this time, and I know you have 1,000 YouTubers for 10 years now. It's always different this time. It's not. This time really is different for the fact that the charts have always been the same. This time is different. If you'll look back, we had a low, and then here I'll draw some lines you can see. A low and a higher low, bull market started. Go back with low, higher low, bull market started. Low, higher low, low, higher low. This time really is different. We're not having that low and that higher low. We thought we had it here, and then it rolled over on us. Worst too much run ever. Yeah, it's been pretty nasty since November of 21. We've had nothing but a downtrend since our peak, and that's fine. That's fine. If you look back here, time frame wise, 12 to 16 months. 12 to 16 months from peak to low is usually where we end up. We'll have a small rally, then another shakeout to scare everybody, then rip again. Same thing. 12 to 16 months, low. We rallied. Another low. Ripped again. Same thing. It's always It's always really close to the same. So I'm not panicking on it yet. We got let's move some of these drawings. 4-hour. I don't want to say he's looking great. I'm not even really excited about it. But if you want to look at it from a technical standpoint, I mean, like, oh, technically we got hidden bullish divergence. But in a bearish market, those underperform. So I wouldn't be counting on this yet. I mean, in a downtrend, you cannot rely on bullish factors to perform well in a bearish market. That's just not their sell pressure constantly. But that's it. I mean, you got the weekly, the daily, you're not showing much better. I mean, you got a little bearish divergence going on, but it is what it is there. And then we've got the Doge. We can go back out on the weekly. Something I think is interesting about Dogecoin, kind of funny. Now I've had this trend line, which seems to freaking move, depending on. Let me reset the chart and see if that helps. Nah, it still moves with the time frames. It's not completely right, but you get the gist of it. You see what we've got going on here. This falling wedge. Technically, that's kind of where I want to see something continue in this. It's fell down, it's broke back above it, and it has, look how many times it has tested this bottom line as support. That's pretty awesome. I keep looking at the flattening curve. Looks just like the adoption curve. Steep at the beginning, flatten out over time. It does. The that logarithmic rainbow curve. So we'll finish with Dogecoin, then jump back over that real quick. But yeah, I feel like if we can continue down, usually a flag type or a downward sloping channel, something like that, always tends to about 75% of the way through want to play out. And it has, if you look back over its history, Dogecoin has done just that. We've had all kinds of little flags and channels and situations to where about 75% of the way it's played out. You can see that. So it's really, to me, it's really holding up much better than most cryptos. Just for the fact that most of y'all are so new to this, you weren't here in 14 and 15 and 16 and 17 when Doge was down there at like sheep prices, 0.0005 zeros and then some odd number. I was there. It's one of those things. The fact that we're holding above 2 cents, the previous all-time high, yeah, the fact that we're holding above 2 cents is amazing. That is holding, in the grand scheme of things, that's holding up so much better than anything else. We can go as low, really, as 4 cents and be okay. Yeah, I mean, there's money to be made up and down, and with on the KuCoin, several other exchanges. You got KuCoin, Polynex, and then Binance, which I hate. You can short all this stuff and continue to make money in the bear market, and that's amazing. There's staking, there's accumulation, lots of stuff that can be done. But that's Doge, and then you got, we talked about just a second ago, he brought it up. If you start looking at the adoption curve, which the logarithmic, here's the difference. But you really want to look at it here. You can get a kind of a rainbow adoption curve. We're at that point. Yeah, if it dumps at 4, just keep stacking. Keep stacking. If you get to 4, we're stacking. 6, I posted a trade alerts here a while back, and it was like 9. And I said it was going to like 6, in the 6s. And it got down to like 6.7. hit perfectly. Great short. That was the same week I posted the Luna short. The Luna short that went to like zero. Amazing. But you can see where this adoption curve, it's getting there. We are having diminishing returns. So my overall long game theory is we've got a high. I think we'll have another nasty dump. And then I think we'll have one more massive rally in the adoption curve. And that's when too many people, and here's why I think this, and that's why too many people will be involved, Wall Street will be involved. At that point, I think the price and the volatility and the crazy swings starts dying off, and Bitcoin becomes what it's supposed to be, a store of value. It's not there yet. It's not there yet, but this right here is why. I mean, you're still making higher lows on the grand scheme of things, but look at this MACD. Look at the sell pressure. This ultimately, if we can get a little lower, this can turn into something like some crazy triple hidden bullish divergence, or Class A even. If we just depend on what we get going on up here, that's what it is. Missed the boat on Luna. Yeah, that was, hey, nobody knew it was going to like nothing. Nobody knew it was going to zero. Not even me. If you look at my trade setups, I played it like day by day. I had a short from like 60, 70, 80. I think it was 80 something down to 40, maybe 60. I'd look back. Everybody else on here will kind of like speak up. So I had like a $20 short. Then we got to that price and it didn't let up. It was just moving sideways at that level of consolidation, and that was fine. So then we shorted it again from 40 to 20. And then at that point, it started looking really, really bleak. And I was like, hey, just leave your shorts on. Let's just go from 20 down to wherever it ends up, and you can't lose. Well, turned out Luna went to zero. So that was pure luck. I'm not even going to take credit for it. I did see the technical said it was going from like 83 to 62. I'm going to take credit for that. After like 62, that waterfall cascade to zero, you couldn't see that. You couldn't predict that. But there were some people made some insane gains. We got some people in Discord that posted gains of 1,000% plus. That was pretty amazing to watch it die. It was pretty great. I wouldn't mess with it again. I don't care. Everybody else is like, oh, we're coming back. No. I wouldn't get in on it. Let's check in on our 15th millionth favorite dog type coin on the weekly. I mean, it's still above its all-time lows. How excited can you get, other than the fact that it needs to find, let's see, SHIB, which it has tested it once at the 865 level. It needs to find support there again. Actually, a higher low would be amazing. Then we can get some real action. Some actionable trade setups would happen then. Well, I mean, it all depends. So if let's see, if I'm in a put contract, a lot of times, the other day, like AMD today I got all of it. I didn't leave any runners, but the other day, so out of 10 contracts, I left one runner. I took profit when it got to a level that I felt that it could reverse. I took profit, and I left one runner just to see what happens. It was one of those things I had done, made my money, made my profit, everything back. I was willing to risk that like $17, $21, that one contract. So I let it run, and then it did well, fine. And even with crypto, sometimes it just depends. When it gets to that support level, if you'll look, let's just say, let's go back to Bitcoin and to explain it better. So let's say I got lucky enough to short the top coming from almost 70K. Well, my short target from there would have been around 60K. So I would have been taking profit at 60,000. But if I didn't see it bounce right here, you should have seen a bounce at 60K and then a little lower high. And then if I kind of wait, I want to leave some on the table. I'll take my initial profit out and all that stuff. But if I didn't see any kind of bullish reaction at that support level, then I'm going to leave majority of it in or go harder. You want to see a reaction. And so we did. So let's say we get down to the 60K. So we're shorting it. We're leaving it running. What happened? We get down to the 46K level. And now, after we've shorted down there, we're seeing this bullish reaction. Bam, at 41. And then we got this big push up. And then it's holding tight, moving sideways. That's when you got to stop. You got to kind of reconstruct your play on it. You got to figure out, all right, what is going on? You got to start looking at the MACD, the RSI. Is it oversold? You got to kind of start changing up your game and getting ready. But it's moving sideways, and then when we got this big bullish engulfing candle, I got out. I'm out. I'm out there, and then I'm waiting. There's nothing wrong with taking profits. There's absolutely nothing wrong with waiting to find out what your next move is. You can't just be in the market all the time 24/7. If you can, you're called a hodler. That's what you are. If you're trying to play longs and shorts, up and down, and you're trying to play the volatility and the action, you've got to take some time to step back and let the market show you what it's going to do. Let it give you some kind of idea of where it's going next, or you're just pissing in the wind. You're going to miss out a lot of money. You're not going to sell at the right times. So you can see it move sideways. After that, I'm out, I'm watching, and then we start getting this red candle. I'm like, all right, so I feel like once we broke below the moving averages, then it's on. It's on like a chicken bone. I would ride this short right here once we broke below moving averages, which is a historical thing for Bitcoin. It's a big deal. I would have rode it. I don't care. I would have entered it somewhere around, I probably would have entered it right there around 46, 47K. I let it ride. I would not have lose a moment of sleep over it, because you get below them. What do? We came up rejecting, go again. I could still be in it right now and be okay with it. Being out of the markets is fine too. That's another way to conserve your capital. Is you don't have to short everything down. You can pull out at a higher level and conserve your capital and wait for the right entry point and then enter again. There's so many different ways to play this market. Oh, you couldn't hear it? You had to you didn't have speakers plugged in, Charles? That's come on, man. You're slicker than that, dude. You're my guy. You're my electrical dude. You gotta have a speaker plugged in, bro. You're like, why is Travis sign languaging? Yeah, if you get liquidated, oh well then. But right now, the trend of your friends will end. Short that crap, and if you get liquidated, so what? If you're doing proper money management size, if you're managing your capital, you can get liquidated 100 times and still be okay. So that's where we're at on Bitcoin. Long term, I think we're fine. It's something you want to buy. I like this triple playing out here. But it's not time yet. We'll be looking. I'm looking at September-ish to be possibly seeing a rounding bottom, some kind of turn. Luna's garbage. Don't even want to look at it, but let's look at some of these markets, man. This stock market. Now if you're in my Discord, I have had these levels plus some drawn for months. And they have respected these levels 1, 2, 3. Then the moving averages slapped them back down. We went right back to it and we found resistance at it. Well, right now, this week, you got the NASDAQ showing a little bit of support at this level. But personally, with interest rate hikes coming, more, we're not done yet. The bearishness is not out of the system yet. I don't care what anybody says. They're trying to claim, these 3 candles is a rounding bottom formation. Okay, so is these. No. We're going to have bigger rate hikes. There's going to have to be more aggressive tightening to get this inflation under control. So I really don't see why we can't go on down to 10,183. That would make sense to me. I honestly, to go back and test the pre-COVID highs of 9,888 wouldn't surprise me one bit. But we come so close to this. I think the Nasdaq's got more to go. We're just making another lower high. You can zoom out on the long term and say, hey, we have, if we just really want to get get right up on it. Look, we have, and it would make sense. It would make sense with this time frame. Let's say we chop around and we finally get down to it. It's right there, and then we bounce off the line, and that would put us. We're at, let's say, May, June now. By the time it gets there, January, that would make sense. I mean, it would take us that long in the weekly chart to chop around there. And it's that way with everything. You've got the Dow levels have been hit and respected. I don't see why we won't come back down easily, and test those COVID crash lows of 29,657. I think we can go lower. I think the COVID crash highs on the Dow now, the industrials, that's different. That's different. Where with the supply chain issues, so many other factors you want to play in. This is a big area of chop. I think we see 26.9 easily. No, I don't want to do. I'm not messing with the Amazon before split. To me, I don't like splits. I don't like reverse splits. It's all accounting tricks. It's all accounting tricks to benefit the company. I mean, yay, I can get Amazon for $140 next week, right? In the next week, something like that. Yeah, you've got it at $140, but they also dumped how many million more shares on the market? So your chances of any time soon getting back to $2,000 or $3,000, $4,000, that's slim to none. Just like Tesla, they're split. You've got Google and they're split. It makes it affordable for you to buy, those that you don't buy fractional shares. But then again, if you're going to buy it, if you want to buy it and you're holding it in long-term portfolio, this is your retirement, you're going to hold it 5-10 years, sure, buy it after the split. You're not getting anything for free. Put it that way. You're not getting anything for free. A company wouldn't do a split or a reverse split if it didn't benefit them. Just trust me at that. They're not benefiting anybody. They're trying. The market's so bad right now. They're trying to attract new blood to buy the shares. That's all it is to it. I'm not messing with it before the split. Afterwards, yeah, at $140, I might get it because there's. Now, I'm not saying easily you couldn't see $600-700, but I would hang up that $2,000 to $4,000 range. I'd hang that crap up. Like a 20-to-1 split's insane. That's for a company that big. It could be 10 to 15, 20 years before you see it get near the $2,000 range again. I don't care what anybody on the news. Don't watch the news. They're garbage. But well, let's see. Play the speaker. Blah blah blah. Right. There you go. So I didn't scroll down on my chat yet. Absolutely. I mean, they're going to do splits, but when it benefits them, when everybody's hanging on to their money, they're like, I don't want to risk $2,200 on Amazon stock right now with a bear market. It may be months and months and months and a year. That's all it is to it. That's all they're doing. It benefits them, not you. It won't. Best you can hope for is that you plan to post a split decline. Now, I've noticed, and that's, to me, in my opinion, when Tesla did it, when everybody else, the hype of the split, when they announce it, you'll get a bunch of retail flood in. They're like, oh, I'm going to buy as much as one share because then I can get 20 shares for free. No, you still spent $2,000. But you have and that also helps a lot of early investors, a lot of big holders, helps them get out of their position at a higher, they're creating liquidity for them to get out of their position. Well, once that's happened, they start selling off. Then the sell pressure's understood, it's picked up, and then you start having retail for why is it not going higher? I should get out too. So yeah, it's just everybody correct. Everybody's aping in and out. And I said the retail don't understand that liquidity is created to get Wall Street out of their positions, and that's it. That's what an IPO is. All that stuff. It's to get the big investors from getting out of their positions for money, and for you to get stuck in where you're at. So no, after split, play the decline down. Absolutely. Because if you can split 20-1 at $1,400 versus $2,100, still benefits the company. So there's the Dow Jones. We went over the NASDAQ. Let's look at the S&P 500. Almost no different. I did get rid of all my lines the other day for somebody I had to send this chart to, but still not excited. Lower highs, lower lows. I don't care what anybody says. I think we test the 35.9, say 36. The 36 range. We test it. Wouldn't be surprised at all to test the 33.90. It is what it is. And here's the culprit. Here's everybody's favorite asset to hate. Here is the cause of all of our headache and our problem, people. The DXY. Big Daddy Dollar itself. Boeing. Well, no, it's not B. Hold on. I'll pull it up for you, Charles. So the dollar here, man, it's just still what the dollar does. And if you really want to get into it, it's pretty crazy. I've been saying this for like 2 or 3 years. You're starting to hear about it mainstream now. But I was digging this out of the charts. Right here, if you look, where am I? Right here, let me draw it for you. That right there, that was Bitcoin's bottom. January 2017. Oh, look. Bitcoin's top. Here we go again. Bitcoin's bottom. Bitcoin's high. Bitcoin's higher high, 64, 70. And what's happened? Dollars went up, Bitcoins went down. So we're waiting for our next, and it could take some time. We're waiting for our next decline. If the dollar gets stronger, people are getting out of stocks and crypto. Risk on assets, they're gone. They're out. Wall Street is moving into the dollar bond. They're moving into safe, secure, guaranteed to grow, that return on their money. They're not going to gamble. Wall Street doesn't gamble. I don't understand why people can't figure that out. The richest firms and hedge funds on Wall Street do not gamble. When you have enough money to control a sector or to control an asset, it's no longer gambling. You determine where the market goes. If you want it to crash, you get out. If you want it to pump, you buy more. It's that simple. You can go to all kinds of public forums and see information that they have to. Big dogs on Wall Street want to buy 50 million shares or something. They got a filing. You may be a little early, you may be late, but you can find out that information. You know exactly what Wall Street's doing with their money before anybody else. You can watch it. You can see it live. And you know that's not it. They don't care what. Don't turn off the news. Don't watch it. Don't watch it. Wall Street is they control the markets. All you're trying to do is catch little tidbits of each direction they play. That's right. BA is Boeing. All right, Charles. Since you asked about it, I'm not going to scroll through this entire amount of crap. We're going to pull it up. Man, I had it. Hold on. There we go. Man, Boeing had this like broadening channel falling broadening channel situation, which was Boeing's one of those obvious ones. It had classic Wyckoff distribution right here. I mean, you couldn't get more textbook. This was Wyckoff distribution at its finest. So you should have known, and it took so long to play out on the weekly. That big COVID crash. But that COVID crash still held some key areas. These two shoulders right here on that head and shoulders. My personal thoughts on Boeing is I don't think you can get wrecked in the long term. 3 to 5 years, buy it now. I mean, you're picking up Boeing for $139. COVID crash low. We had a day. Yeah, we had a wick. You didn't have a lot of time to buy. We had a wick come down to 88. But right about 99, $100, that was all you're going to get out of it. And that was a big, and then the next week, bam, we went from 94 to $187 the next week. So you didn't have a whole lot of opportunity. It was there. Now, let's see, I started buying Boeing at under 200 during the COVID crash thing, and I bought. I probably didn't pick up 10 shares at under $100, like 97, 98, and that was watching it intensely all day, every day. But what I like about Boeing, right, this second is, if we'll get rid of the drawings, Charles, you do have higher lows. I think the worst is behind us. And if you'll look right here, you'll see the sell pressure is starting to wane. It's dying. You got the RSI it's done hit such an oversold level, and we're trying to hang on right above. We're bouncing off that oversold level. Everything, those lines are pointing up. And Boeing's going to start making more planes. They're going to get all their debt restructured. All that good stuff's going to happen. Long term, look at it. Why would you not want to be in something this strong long term? I would. So let the day volatility. Buy you 2, 3, 5, 10, 15, 100 shares of it, whatever. Buy your kid 2 or 3 shares of it. Let Boeing do its thing. It'll come back. It'll be nice. It'll be fine. Another one. I know I've been preaching it on Discord for a month now, ever since it's dump. All right, I'm not going to search for. Hold on. There we go. A lot easier than hunting and scrolling. Look at Facebook. Come on, man. How can you not? I'm not a big Facebook fan of it, although I'm on it, whatever, but I'm not a fan of how they run and conduct business. But once again, it's like Boeing with an uptrend like this. Do you really want to not be in it for the long term? Do you not want to have some of your 401k, your portfolio devoted to it? You get down on the daily. Look at this gap, man. This gap right here, this gap will fill. Mark my words. Right there. Too much trading action, a gap down. Now we've made a lower low. Now we're making a higher low off the same support level. We will. It may take 6 months, a year. It may be mid to end of next year. But you're getting a heck of a discount from almost $400. You had an opportunity to buy Facebook at 160-ish. You got to play that. That's a quad. They're not going anywhere. They'll find ways to survive. They will. All the big tech companies do. What else? Well, let's check out American Airlines and see what they're doing. The airlines have had kind of a rough week when they shouldn't have. You can see right here. Get rid of that. So, yeah, they had a rough week. They shouldn't have. They were making a low, a high, a higher low, higher high, And this could just be another high or low. This could be the stair step of a reversal, because so much has happened that is allowing airlines to get back in the full swing of things. I'll be honest, it's not just even the stair step. This line. Here's what I'm kind of thinking, man. I mean, I think airlines, if you want to get in it, I think you need to be in it right now. I just don't. I want to play it this way. You got one shoulder, head. To me, I feel like we're looking at an inverse head and shoulders after just a horrible, horrible 2 years of lack of demand and service and all of that. So I don't know why we can't. I don't know why we can't see. I mean, we're still in an uptrend. Even we were just kind of exacerbated, but we're still in an uptrend right here. But I like that, and the fact that we're coming up on these moving averages, inverse head and shoulders. Last time we had a little situation like that, it was a little more slanted. This is actually structured a lot better than this. But, I mean, look at this run we had. Look at this run. We had from the head. I'm not going from the head. Let's just go this one candle. This one weekly candle. I mean, you had 77% upside in a week. 77% upside in a week. Real close to looking that way again. And American Airlines has you can see, it has, if you zoom in, you'll start getting that same structure. That's kind of its bottom information is a head and shoulders. I like it. I like it for more upside. I like it to see us somewhere in the 26.33 range, so $10 a share range. How could you not love it? But we'll look at one or two more real quick. Snap. I'm a lot of people's totally against the way I'm looking at Snap. I'm not. Once again, gaps tend to close. I mean, this one right here, it did. Closed. We haven't closed this one yet. And that gets me excited too. We technically you gapped up, then you gapped down. Those were the same buyers. That's Wyckoff Distribution. We closed this gap, closed it. So what we haven't closed yet is this gap up to $73. First hurdle 2162. I want to play Snap to 2162. And then I don't care if we make a low or high. We'll probably make a high or low. And then we'll start working on closing this gap at 60 to 74. So that's my 2 cents on Snap. Y'all say what you want to say about it's outdated. Dude, everybody I know under 30 is still on Snap. They're still D-picking and hoe scraping and chick chasing or whatever you want to call it. That's still the meetup place for the youngins. So as long as kids are using it, there's going to be a following. The company's going to make money. They're going to advertise. They're going to be forcing stuff down your throat. Buy it. Now Twitter is all Elon predicated. I mean, everything to do with it is hinging on what Elon does, and I don't like that. He did that with Doge, and I did like it, but I don't like this. I don't like the situation with Twitter. I kind of feel like Elon's spending the money just to pull the curtains back on Twitter. I don't feel like he has any intentions of actually buying it. So it is what it is. We'll see. But let's just keep our eye on it and see what happens there. Anything else anybody wants to look at before I hop off here? It's been a good stream. Thanks for the interaction. I am probably going to go in here, drink some more whiskey, eat some snacks, crash and get up and see what tomorrow holds. Let me scroll through them, see if there's anything I just want to point out to anybody that may or may not be lurking. Yeah. If you see the old DXY, if you see it continue to grow, you go ahead and mark my words, stocks are going to shit. Look at this trend line I've had for a couple days now. Once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's falling right along it. I mean, we're bouncing. If you see the DXY break this trend line, let's say if you see it break 101 and then you see it break $1. Yeah, Adam, sure. No problem, man. No problem. Anything else, let me know. Let me know and I'll take a look at it. You're welcome anytime, man. I love live streaming, man. I love it. I wish we do it every night. It's just so hard to stream to like 2 or 3 people. Y'all can message me. 3 people can message me. I can handle that. I started live streaming because at one point I had like 50 something people with 50 messages a day. I was literally spending 12 hours a day messaging people trying to get this information out. It's so great that now I can do it. Everybody can go back and watch it if they have time. If they don't have time, they watch it later. And with Discord, if you're not already signed up, please go sign up. Most likely I've already answered those questions before for somebody, and you can ask that question in Discord. And we have we have almost 100 great members that's heard what I've had to say, and they can say, hey, Travis answered that question. Let me answer it for them. Let me jump in the conversation. Great group of people. Discord's awesome. It's free to join. Bill Miller, BTC, 40% portfolio. I'm telling you, I can't hate on anybody having majority of their portfolio on crypto. I can't. And a live options trade. Yeah. I thought about that earlier, just for the people that don't understand options. I kind of wanted to. Let's see if I can go over that. I'm trying to see how I would change it. I think I could. Hold on. I think I can move it over there. You want to go over one options trade just to help everybody out? You want to just like slowly work over an options trade? Let's go. Hold on. Let me see if I can change the screen here. I'm still not the tech guru at all. If this wasn't already set up, I'd be struggle. Struggle. I know most of y'all on Robinhood. So we'll go over one on Robinhood, which is really simple. It's a little more difficult on E-Trade. All right. All right, in Discord today. Hold on, let's see if I can move this over here. Let me pull up a Robinhood account for y'all to see real quick. This one, yeah, this one like don't even have, here we go. Let me see how I move. This one don't even have money in it. Let's see if this will. Can you see that? All right. So where did you might have to help me out, man. Where did my AMD put today? Was it 10? I can't even remember, man. Tell you, I'm about half lit right now. Was it 104? Was it 104? Is this where we was at? Charles, you got to put the 55 up. Just that'd be amazing. Cause I'm like, hold on. Look, if you put the 55 up, dude, you can do crap like this. So you've already got 3 monitors up. I saw that the other day when you sent me that picture, but man, you can do this. I'm gonna need a bigger monitor, right? Like I said, I need the 55. I got 3, so I don't need to do that. But you can double up. You can go that way. So you're gonna, yeah, you can do 3, which I would do, Charles. I would have the charts of what I was trading, and then on my 55 inch above my monitors, I would definitely go 3 deep because on the 55 you could. You go 3 channels deep, and you could have the NASDAQ, the Dow, Russell 200, whatever you wanted. You could have those 3 main indices playing at the same time. That would be wicked. Because right now I've got a TV on, watching it scroll across the bottom. The SPY tip from earlier, just so I can keep some tickers live all day. Yeah. Okay. Let me. Where's my. SPY. Let me find my junk. Let me find it, and here's my Discord. We'll pull the Discord up. We'll look. I think it was the SPY put earlier today. I can't remember was it June 6th, I think, and it was something another 30 blah blah blah. Thought I had that. There we go. All right, I've got it pulled up. Man, look here. Options. There we go. So, if for you that don't know how to play options, especially on Robinhood, it's a little more difficult everywhere else. But so I posted SPY put. All right, SPY. You click buy. There's a put. The way I was doing it, SPY put, and I figure out how I want to play it completely different than everybody else. I look at the charts and determine by what date do I think it's going to get to this price, and that's how I find what I'm finding. Today was definitely kind of a quicker. I wanted to play it today and get out. SPY put was expiring June 6th. You have 8, 10. June 6th, the expiration date. I put right there, and I was looking, go scroll down through it to 407. We had 407, and my recommended was at 139. That was where it was first thing this morning. Okay, and you can click that, and Rob will give you, it's like your max loss is $107. If it went to zero, it's $40,000 profit. It never will. Don't do that. Your break even is 40. It gives you all this stuff, your total cost. But on SPY today, it almost hit exactly. So if you're buying a put, as the price is coming down, to closer to where your put buy was, you're getting 100 contracts at $1.07. So you're like $107 to open up this contract. Yeah, $107 to open up this contract. The closer it gets, that premium price right there starts going up because it's likely to hit, and you got more people wanting to buy it. So what I like to do is I'll start early in the morning, looking. And as soon as the market opens, I'll give this just a second to see what's going to happen. And like it was at 148, 149 this morning, and then dipped. You buy, but then this runs up to 162. So you start making money, and then at that point, click, you sell it. I mean, we got real close. What did SPY? The SPY got to. Hold on, Dix. Well, there it is. What did we get to on a low today for the SPY? I posted that at 8:46, right before market open. I posted that today. Here's our daily candle. So we had to open of 412, and we got down to a low of 409. I mean, maybe just a tad lower. 407. Now we got down to 406.93. So within 93 cents. By that time, it was way up. Just like my AMD put. It was my AMD put was for today at 104 at 26 cents. And I mean, you just about doubled your money on that today. QQQ puts made money. Yep. You checked on the oversold or bought? Yep. No. It's cool. Don't know. Well, you're not sidetracking me, man. It's I'm needing a. I've been needing to like discuss it because so many people's interested in options that don't quite understand them. They're tricky. There's 1,000 ways to play them. Everybody's got their own edge. You can play longer terms. You can play for the day expiring, whatever. But yeah, um, to me, the easiest way to identify what option you want is your time frame. Do I want to play it today? That's what I need. Where's it going to go today? So that when I go today's range, I'm looking at this is my range. I'm looking at momentum, and this morning, I'm like, all right, we're starting to lose. A lot of different ways, and I can help everybody out on that, and we can work on it. But yeah, so the SPY, as soon as I saw that turn white, I'm like, all right, we're going down. Not to mention, if you look at the lower time frames, where we was at, we were getting rejected off some pretty major heinous areas. It's just a combination of a lot of time frames and a little bit of guesswork. But yeah, that's it. That's all we're doing. So, like I said, you scroll through there, find you what you want to do. You don't want to find nothing ridiculous because then you're screwed there. You're gonna get out. Oh, it's 270. It's 1 cent. You think it's cheaper. That 1 cent may never move because it doesn't get close enough to scare the platform into changing the price. It's a difference. You've got to get close enough to your predicted price or better to really start the platform to start pushing the price up based on volume of buyers. Kind of crazy. It's hard to explain, but it is. So anyhow, I appreciate everybody who stopped by. Been live almost an hour. Thanks everybody for your chat, your questions. All my Discord members, I will see you in Discord. And if you're not in my Discord, please go to Discord, Crypto Whiskey. Sign up. It's free. Premium membership is only $5 a month. I haven't changed that yet. But if you haven't already liked, subscribed here on YouTube, please do. It helps out a lot with the algorithm. Thanks a lot. And the options, do you play it a lot? I play SPY, QQQ. I mean, it doesn't matter. If I can find something that I'm really, really confident in the direction it's going, I'll play an option on it. I don't care if it's dog food, whatever it is. If I can find an edge, I'll play it. But any more questions, hit me up on Discord. I'm going to get out of here and go drink some whiskey, man. Y'all have a good weekend.